I never truly envisioned this chaotic narrative as my own personal journey, a path stained with deceit and an overwhelming sense of self-betrayal. Not me of all people, I always clung to the romantic ideal of an eternal bond, an unyielding loyalty to that one destined soul with whom you construct an entire universe. We had built just that. A life with Sarah, years stretching into a comfortable existence filled with shared laughter, the quiet intimacy of evening silences, and a tapestry of mutual dreams. It felt so undeniably solid, an impregnable fortress of affection and commitment. Or at least that was the comforting illusion I meticulously wove for myself deep within my subconscious. Somewhere along that well-trodden path, an almost imperceptible fissure began to manifest, a tiny, insidious crack that whispered of an unfulfilled yearning, a simmering discontent that I stubbornly chose to dismiss and ignore. It wasn't her fault. Truly, she was a beacon of unwavering kindness, a radiant presence, beautiful in spirit and form, endlessly supportive, the embodiment of every quality one could possibly desire in a life partner. Perhaps the fault lay solely within me, a profound and gnawing restlessness, a relentless craving for an undefinable something, a void. I couldn't articulate a desperate desire for a different kind of incandescent spark, a novel freshness, a thrilling immediacy that the relentless march of time inevitably erodes from even the most profoundly rooted and strongest of human connections. A deep, seated ennui that settled upon my soul like a shroud, an emptiness that no amount of shared history could seem to fill. No matter how rich or profound our past felt, I craved a new sensation, a break from the familiar, a dangerous allure of the unknown. I felt an inexplicable void, a yearning for something more, something different, an unsettling whisper of what if that became a roar in my soul. And then Mark entered my world, a new face, a new energy at the periphery of my professional life. He was an embodiment of charisma, a vibrant force, brimming with an infectious zest for life. In a way I had long felt extinguished within myself. Our initial exchanges blossomed into conversations of an electric intensity, sparking with a dynamism I hadn't experienced in what felt like an eternity. We found ourselves habitually lingering after work hours, just talking hours, melting into oblivion, sharing stories, thoughts, dreams, innocent at first. Or so I desperately tried to convince my wavering conscience that it was the boundaries between platonic friendship and something far more complex, blurred with an alarming ease, a prolonged, shared glance that held just a fraction too long, a casual touch on the arm that lingered for a heartbeat. Beyond the acceptable, my heart would thunder against my ribs, a frantic drumbeat of forbidden excitement. I felt a bewildering cocktail of emotions, alive in a way I had forgotten, guilty for the thrill of it all, yet undeniably thrilled by the illicit nature of our connection. The very first kiss was a dizzying maelstrom of raw adrenaline and profound confusion. It tasted undeniably like the bitter tang of betrayal, a searing indictment of my own infidelity. Yet in that suspended moment, it felt overwhelmingly and alarmingly right, a desperate, impulsive grab for a powerful sensation. I had convinced myself was irrevocably lost forever, buried beneath years of routine and quiet domesticity. It was a primal urge, a plunge into the unknown, a fleeting moment of pure, unadulterated sensation that overshadowed all reason and morality. It was a spark that ignited a fire I knew I couldn't control, but desperately wanted to keep burning, a secret flame that threatened to consume everything I held dear. A dangerous game I was unwittingly playing with the delicate fabric of my life and the lives of those I loved. after that precipitous first step. It was an inexorable and treacherous downhill slide. Each clandestine meeting, each whispered phone call, each coded message exchanged carved an ever deeper and more irreparable chasm into the very foundation of my relationship with Sarah, the woman I swore to cherish and protect. I found myself transforming into a consummate master of deceit, an architect of elaborate falsehoods, skillfully juggling an intricate web of conflicting schedules, inventing increasingly plausible, though often outlandish, excuses for my sudden absences and late returns. The person who stared back at me from the mirror each morning was an unsettling stranger, a hollowed out shell of my former self. Someone I barely recognized, a haunting reflection of my own moral compromise. The guilt became an ever-present companion, a relentless shadow, a heavy oppressive stone that settled deep within my stomach, a constant reminder of my betrayal. Yet the thrill, that intoxicating, forbidden excitement, remained equally potent, a dangerous and addictive narcotic offering, a temporary exhilarating escape from the dulling predictability of the mundane, from the suffocating weight of the quiet, unspoken expectations of a love that had slowly but surely grown too comfortable, too familiar, too predictable. It was a desperate longing for chaos, for passion, for a tempestuous storm that would shake me from my self-imposed inertia, a craving for a drama that my settled life no longer provided. The affair became a secret garden, a hidden sanctuary where I could shed the persona of the reliable partner and embrace a more reckless, impulsive self. The dual existence, a constant internal battle, a war between my conscience and my desires. The quiet moments alone became a torment filled with a deafening silence that amplified my shame. But still I pursued the forbidden for reasons I could barely comprehend. A self-destructive path. I continued to walk blind to the eventual wreckage I was creating. I often caught Sarah's gaze. Sometimes her eyes would linger on mine, searching perhaps for an answer to an unasked question. A flicker of doubt. Did she suspect the insidious truth lurking beneath my carefully constructed facade? I couldn't possibly tell her expressions were unreadable, a master of her own silent suffering. Or perhaps I was merely projecting my own profound guilt onto her innocent face. In a desperate attempt to assuage my tormented conscience, I found myself attempting to overcompensate, showering her with excessive affection, displaying an overly attentive demeanor, in a futile effort to soothe my own gnawing conscience, to mend the perceived cracks in our bond. It only served to make the intricate tapestry of lies more suffocating, more oppressive, a heavy cloak that threatened to choke the very life out of me. I was meticulously constructing and living a meticulously crafted double life, two entirely separate and conflicting realities existing in uneasy parallel one, where I effortlessly portrayed the role of the devoted partner, diligently building a shared future, a future now tainted by my own actions, and another where I was utterly reckless, impulsive, relentlessly chasing an illicit passion, a dangerous flame that threatened to consume everything. Mark never once broached the subject of Sarah and I. In turn, instinctively chose not to volunteer any information about my real life. It was our own meticulously constructed bubble, a fragile, ephemeral world utterly disconnected from the harsh realities of my existing commitments, a safe haven from the truth, a temporary respite from the consequences, a self-imposed illusion that allowed me to compartmentalize my betrayals, to exist in this separate universe of forbidden desire, a temporary escape from the moral quandaries that plagued my every waking moment? What on earth am I truly doing with my life? What is the ultimate endgame of this perilous charade? Am I genuinely experiencing true happiness with Mark? Or is this intoxicating thrill merely the fleeting excitement of the forbidden, the allure of the illicit, the dangerous spark of a secret? Kept, what about Sarah, the woman who has given me her unwavering trust, her unconditional,